back in the day, if you said a nigga name on a record or you mentioned a nigga subliminally, it was a diss. Yeah, without a shout out to my nigga, it was a diss back then. And I think now, because of the frequency of music and because of the visibility of the artist, you can say something about an artist and then be like, yo, it wasn't a diss. This just really how I feel. That's my nigga.
Great risk, great reward. Scheming way out the trunk of my mama Ford. Trying to get a dollar, dodging pig and pilots. Fiends on the corner trying to place an order. Dope pills.
What's good, y'all? It's another episode of Just Hip Hop. Y'all know everybody, I guess. And if you don't, the little thing should have came up by now. So today we talking about
where they at?
Today we talk about the Jay-Z album 444, and we're not gonna do we're not gonna do what we always do for reviews where we go through like the best songs and pros and cons and stuff. We wanna talk about just like a bunch of like different details within the record. So first off, Jay dissing a lot of niggas in this record. Or do y'all feel it? Okay, how about this? He's saying a lot of things about certain people in this record. Do y'all feel like these are disses?
I feel like most of them is general. I feel like the only diss was the Kanye one.
You thought the Kanye thing was a diss?
Yeah. I thought it was. It's like a diss, but more like like talking something like a little brother, like I felt hurt.
I feel like this is thrown around too lightly.
Everything else is general. Like
you can't mention a nigga name in the song. Oh, he dissed. No, nigga, I said the nigga name. Like the fuck.
I mean, to be honest, I don't think any of it is a diss. I think it's just like really. I think it's like tough love is constructive criticism. A lot of the shit he's saying, like, it's not hurtful. It's just real shit.
Yeah, like the whole Future shit with like that's a real story.
That's a real shit.
Hey, what if I fuck up Beyonce and somebody else playing football with my kids, or playing ain't doing anything with my kids in the future? Like it wasn't a shot. It was just it was a clever
bar. Brother stuff. Like in the future, I see you. Like you really gotta live your life different because your kids remember, and we gotta make sure we're teaching our kids and we're around our kids the right way. I think back in the day, yo, when the frequency of music wasn't as much as it is now, because when you think about it now, like albums come out, seem like every 2 days an album that you care about comes out, and an album that you want to at least listen to.
I say like every couple weeks.
I don't know. For me, man, it'd be a new like record that come out every 3-4 days for me.
I feel like they all come out back to back to back, and there's a nice space in between, and then they come out again back to back to back.
Well, maybe it's like that, but I know at least this year the frequency of music seems like it's really high, and I think because of that, it allows people to speak more on their thoughts. You know, because back in the day, if you said a nigga name on a record or you mentioned a nigga subliminally, it was a diss. Yeah, without a shout out to my nigga, it was a diss back then. And I think now, because of the frequency of music and because of the visibility of the artist, you can say something about an artist and then be like, yo, it wasn't a diss. This just really how I feel. That's my nigga for real at the end of the day. So I don't think that it was a diss either. I just think, like y'all said, man, it was constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, at the end of the day, I just think that in order to get the message that he wanted to get across in this album, he had to sacrifice a few people. There's a lot of wealth talk on this album. And the only way to really get his point across was to show that there's a difference in what everybody else is doing and what I'm doing. Because it allows you to really listen and figure out exactly what he's talking about as far as his generational wealth and all this other stuff he's talking on the album.